Welcome back to the Dallas Cowboys Fan. I am your host, the Dallas Cowboys Fan. And today we're talking about whether or not we should sign the veteran, the free agent, the 37-year-old two-time Super Bowl champion, one-time Super Bowl MVP. And once upon a time, he was also the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. That's right. Should our Dallas Cowboys sign the linebacker, the edge rusher, the Dallas native, Von Miller? Let's talk about it.
Here we go.
It's actually happening as a major Dallas Cowboys move is incoming. Earlier today, Von Miller on his Instagram story posted himself in a Dallas Cowboys uniform, which of course got people talking. Funny enough, on Monday, RJ Ochoa had interviewed Von Miller and asked him about the potential of him joining the Dallas Cowboys, and now just a couple days later, he posted himself in a Cowboys uniform. In the interview with Ochoa, he did say that it would be great to become a Dallas Cowboy. There's obviously a bunch of connections with him in the area, being a guy from here, playing at A&M. There's just so much you can't ignore. Not to mention his connection here from his high school days, but also his family still resides here. In fact, the interview, he said, my mom and dad are here, my girlfriend's here, my kids are like, this is where my family is. And given the Cowboys' need for an outside linebacker, it would be a good fit. I will play devil's advocate, though, and say that he posted himself in a Broncos uniform about a month ago on Instagram.
All right, guys. So there's a lot of things to talk about right here. So, Von Miller, the seasoned 30-year-old dinosaur of the NFL, which has literally done everything that a linebacker or any NFL player of that magnitude would want to do. He's won a couple Super Bowls. Even as a defensive player, he's won the MVP of the Super Bowl, which is, we all know, that's a quarterback stat. MVP, Super Bowl, regular season, that's a quarterback stat. So if a defensive player, especially because it may go to a wide receiver, I don't even know what's the numbers on that, because running backs are definitely have been minimized with their contribution to the game. Receivers, even though it's a passing league, those stats pad for quarterbacks. So to win MVP as a Super Bowl champion is big time, right? The guy is also from Dallas. Well, he's from the Dallas area, at least. I know he went to DeSoto High School, DeSoto Eagles, I believe. I went to Baylor University and I ran track with a guy that was from DeSoto, and those guys have huge pride in their school. And to be fair, they're really good at sports. So also his family's there, his parents are there, his girlfriends, his kids, everybody's there. The guy's played, of course, in Denver, LA, and he's played in Buffalo, New York, the Bills. But he's a Cowboy at heart. I get it. You're from the area. Like, I would literally today play for the Cowboys for free. So if I had the chance, any chance, and I was in the NFL, of course I'm going to try to play for the Cowboys. It's America's team. I'm pretty sure half the league wants to play for the Cowboys. But the signing Von Miller makes sense for the Cowboys, and here's my answer. No, I don't think it makes sense for the Cowboys. Let me explain why. The Cowboys have a lot of turnover on the team right now. That means we have a lot of new guys. We got a lot of new talent, and I would rather develop these guys. I personally don't think Von Miller is in a position in his career to actually contribute a substantial amount of effort and productivity, to really make a dent and do something for the boys, just to be real. Yes, he's done a lot in his career, but it's on the tail end. He is riding into the sunset, and I get it. You want to ride into the sunset on a steed with a star on your helmet. But that destiny is just not for everybody. Not for everybody. I would rather honestly sign. Hold on. Let me keep that in. I'm going to play another video here just to just reiterate some of the talking points here. But again, I don't think we should sign Von Miller I do think there's certain stipulations, certain situations where we could, but I'm gonna keep that for after this video. If you got something to say, leave the comments down in the comment section. Let's check out this last video here.
Miller wants to contribute to an NFL team. We talked yesterday about his regret in choosing the Commanders over the Seahawks. And really, he'd have regret if he chose any team over the Seahawks because the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. And until they start selling crystal balls at Walmart, you're going to have to make that guess, educated or otherwise, right or wrong. You got to make that guess if you're a veteran player choosing between multiple options. There's a chance the team you say no to is going to climb the top of the mountain and plant the flag and take the trophy. So what happened on Wednesday, now Miller has said he would like to return to the Commanders. They haven't re-signed him. He's made it clear he'd like to go back to the Broncos, the team that drafted him back in 2011 with pick number 2 or 3. That hasn't happened. He posted.
So did he actually have the chance to choose whether or not he wanted to go to the Seahawks or the Commanders? Why in the hell would you ever choose to go to the Commanders? Who's choosing to go to the Commanders? That's crazy.
This image of himself. Cowboys uniform. What does that mean? Von Miller, Cowboys uniform. Something coming that we don't know about? Well, he later explained that he just wants to play for the Cowboys. They're right down the road. Home team. No indication the Cowboys are interested. Maybe they'll take a look at it now. And it could.
And maybe they will take a look at it now. I hadn't heard any rumblings about Von Miller, honestly. But throughout the offseason, I heard a lot about Brooks, a linebacker for the Dolphins. We've heard some things about Bobby Wagner. And I would definitely, this is what we're going to say earlier, I would definitely have Bobby Wagner way over Von Miller. Because Bobby Wagner is still putting up numbers. He's productive. He's someone who could come in and take over, get that green dot immediately. Over the Winters, who I have a lot of confidence in, and also Overshown. And Overshown is somebody who's going to have to come in and make sure he can stay healthy. He has the upside, but if you're too fragile in this league, you'll have a very short career because ain't no availability. Sorry. What's the term? Wait a minute. Ain't no availability. Like, damn. Oh, yeah. Ain't no ability like availability. Let's go.
Be that Miller has a salary expectation that no one is willing to meet. And I think for any player who has spent a lot of time in the NFL and presumably has saved a lot of the money that he's made, it's not like you're playing for the payday at this point. The question becomes, what's your break even? How much do you need to make it worth committing to a 7-month odyssey through a full football season, training camp?
And that's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be just half a season, 6-7 months, a definite rental, probably his last season in the NFL. And he wants to go into the sunset, like I said, right on his steed with the Dallas Cowboys star on his helmet, rolling with the home team and hopefully get a Super Bowl. No, I'm not saying we're going to win a Super Bowl, none of that. But, that would be ideal for the hometown guy who is from the Dallas metro area to ultimately get his 3rd ring with his favorite team. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, hey, we're going to win the Super Bowl. We got our defense together. We already had a good offense, so it only makes sense. Nah, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, best case scenario, that's what Von Miller would love to see happen.
Camp to preseason, to regular season, to postseason, if you're fortunate. What's worth your time? Are you willing to take the minimum? Are you willing to take an incentive-heavy deal? What are you willing to do? What is your true drop-dead, walk-away number? And we'll see how it goes for Miller. He clearly wants to keep playing, but he's got to get a taker first.
That's right, guys. He's got to get a taker first. And of course, he wants the Cowboys. And like you said earlier, maybe the Cowboys were looking at him, maybe they weren't. I personally think that the Cowboys are looking at every single person that's not on the team and every single person is also on the team, and if they will be able to trade for them. So with Von Miller being a free agent, I guarantee ya Christian Parker has him on a board somewhere. Along with Bobby Wagner. Like I said, I would definitely love to have Bobby Wagner way over Von Miller. And it will all depend on some situations and things of that nature, whether or not Von Miller would be a good fit. Personally, right now, I do not think that we should sign Von Miller. One, he's old as hell. He only wants to play for the Cowboys at home. I don't know the effort that he would put through, even though he is a generational talent. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. I just don't know the productivity we would get out of him. We're coming into a new year with a new defensive coordinator, a second-year head coach, and we're all trying to establish a certain culture. Now, for a guy to come in and just to come through for 1 year, it's not establishing anything. It's just a ride by to see your pants at night, see if you can get one last ring and just put that star on your helmet and say, I play for the Cowboys because they're the home team. I don't think that's necessarily the right way we should go about doing things. With that being said, I still want Bobby Wagner. Now, like I said, there's levels to this, because Bobby Wagner is definitely going to be a way better talent than Von Miller. But if the talent doesn't oversee the roster spot and somebody we could possibly put into that spot that would be more of a cultural fit, I just don't want it. So I just don't want to sign big names just to have big names on the team over things that they used to do, 10 years ago. And also, don't forget, guys, this guy is coming off of an ACL. And I am a huge component of not picking up guys that are coming off the ACLs. The Cowboys have this huge thing about picking up guys who are coming off injuries. Ravel, how we drafting guys that are coming off of ACL? It completely blows my mind. So why would we pick up a 37-year-old veteran? Granted, he's a veteran, but coming off an ACL who's on a complete downfall of his career, not to speak negative about the man because he's done a lot. I've seen him do work. But this would be a frivolous rental with minimal production that I could see happening, honestly, just to be fair. So, guys, I want to go ahead and let this video come to an end right here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Let me know, should the Cowboys sign Von Miller, the veteran, two-time Super Bowl champion, one-time Super Bowl MVP? Should we sign him? What will that mean for our defense? And what will it mean if we don't? This is the Cowboys fan. Until next time, go Boys.